bend it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Gresham, I'm on Flat Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at Polish, let them go. Then it's right back to the win on low. I never change, yeah. Dirty sort of treat me like a stain, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Roll it from the cradle to the grave, yeah. On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, let it, yeah. Halo on me, Sailor Rock, yeah. Got me with the school, keep one, move, you my little baby boo, girl. I love you like my favorite color blue, girl. Real spill, yeah, I'd rather be a broke, real, little rich, fall in love with her.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Texans going up against the Titans.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. As their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. On the catch, it's Crowder. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 51 yards. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll go again with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage. He loses 4, and it brings up fourth.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Room here to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down following the run. Here's Rodgers. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action now. Wilson. Powerful running. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the shotgun, Wilson toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Chris Conley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, what a juke into space. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really
and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On first down, Wilson being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the side.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
Being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a big run that time by Bell. 59 yards. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gold is able to put it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Now Wilson on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. Play action. Now Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And here's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Houston. Back to throw here. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Muscles him off. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Halfback sent in motion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Conley. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Again, it's Bell. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Rodgers. This one caught by Crowder. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So make it 3 field goals for him now. And this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on 1st. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
In motion, the tight end Barnage. To throw on third down, Wilson. Now he's forced out left. He may try and run for this. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
Now it's Wilson. Caught here by Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Wilson, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Now Wilson throwing on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Conley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Second down now after the pass completion. shotgun now for Rodgers. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught. It's Barnidge over the middle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Looks to be right around the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's going to rifle, and this is caught. They give him a gain of 38. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Conley with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Clay that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. And an alley to run. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's good enough for a Tennessee 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. They've worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Forced out to his left, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, it's Bell, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
but it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Nassib able to drop him for a loss of a couple. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he is knocked down from the side. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. On the counter, here's Bell. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
In motion, the tight end, Barnage. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to go deep for Khan. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Nashville, good night, everybody.